Paris, city of lights, home to millions of dreamers. Despite being incredibly high in a tiny Parisian apartment, three friends managed to come up with one big idea.
Well, no.
If you don't understand everything he's saying, don't worry, you're not alone. How could anyone try and get inside the beautiful mind of a Franco-Greek, American entrepreneur? Or maybe it's just because he speaks too quickly. However, it is cosmopolitan.
Well, yes.
To make this kind of idea work, you need a very special type of human being. Paris is well known for breeding talent. It's also the home of cutting-edge technology. Now we've got a team who can get the job done. All that's missing is a feminine touch. Now show me the money. First we take Paris, then we take the world. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
Bonsoir, good evening. Bon, maintenant vous savez comment tout ça a commencé, dans un petit studio au 6e étage. Et oui, les 6 étages étaient difficiles pour certains, que je ne vais pas nommer ce soir. Et vous avez également vu que je suis un très grand fan de basketball. Alors, hier soir, c'était très difficile pour moi. Je n'ai pas dormi la nuit. Je me suis posé la question plusieurs fois si oui ou non j'allais faire la présentation en français ou en anglais. Donc toute la nuit, c'était très difficile. Pas à cause du trac, hein, pas du tout. C'était juste pour savoir si j'allais faire en français ou en anglais. Et ce matin, au petit déjeuner, j'ai discuté avec mes enfants et ils me disent « Papa, tu parles français comme une vache espagnole. Au secours pour ton audience. » Donc, voilà, vous avez la chance. Et bon, vous savez que Yes fait du blended learning. Donc, je vais essayer de faire un blended speech. Alors, pour tous ceux qui ne comprennent pas qu'est-ce que je vais dire en anglais, et si vous ne suivez pas des cours, alors je connais une bonne entreprise qui peut vous aider. Good evening. My name is Stylianos, and I'm one of those entrepreneurs who dreams about transforming difficulty into motivation and fun. I'm really proud that you're here tonight for the brand Yes and You. However, it's not the only thing that's going to be changing tonight. Now, you're all probably asking yourselves why the name Yes and You. Well, as it happens, there are many reasons. First and foremost, you. You, our clients, our partners, and our learners. Without you, we wouldn't be able to be here tonight. The Yes and You brand opens up new horizons, creating new learning opportunities, new possibilities for cultural exchange, the addition of other languages or extra levels, and reaching out to other groups such as adolescents and children. But before I go on, let me give you a bit of history about Le Petit Palais with my very good American accent. Alors, Le Petit Palais was designed by Charles Giraud for l'Exposition Universelle of 1900. Part of the exposition was to celebrate the achievements of the past and accelerate developments into the next century. This is why I thought Le Petit Palais was a perfect place for this event. Accelerating developments of the future. Now that is exciting. Now, before we speak about new developments, let's speak about what's been happening in training. You know, In training, we've gone from traditional classrooms to chalkboards, to textbooks, to cassettes, CD-ROMs, and DVDs. And now we're going to the digital era with e-learning, with microlearning, with online whiteboards, and virtual classes. And we're moving now from keyboards to mice to mobile and tactile devices. You know, these devices are completely going to change how you and I learn. Enhanced learning technology is not something of tomorrow, but of today. Now, tonight, I'm not extremely proud to present the new brand, Yes and You, but also newly designed learning interfaces, new mobile support functions, a whole new social media environment. You know, since we created the company way back in 2007, we've been always trying to see how we could incorporate technology, but without falling into the obvious pitfalls. We've closely listened to our learners and to our clients, to their feedback. We've carefully looked at other industries to see how we can bring in their innovation and their success into our industry. An idea that comes to mind is gamification. I don't know if you heard of the word. It's something that's new. I think Le Figaro came out with the word here in French, gamification. Well, gamification is what? Play and learn. Learning through play just doesn't mean games, right? No. You and I learn better when we are in that flow state. What flow state am I talking about? Well, basically, you know, the one where we are actually forgetting that we're actually learning. And that's where we'll get the most out of learning. Gamification will be something that you will see more and more in the Yes and You method. This is why from the outset, Yes and You was committed, in fact, in seeking new ideas in self-regulated training. Not only giving learner more control over how he learns, but as well where they learn and what they learn through fun, through innovation, intelligent design, and feedback. You know, we've undergone so many changes that it would take me several Le Petit Palais to give you all of these things in details. And I'm sure my CFO, Jonas, who's sitting somewhere amongst you guys, would not be very happy about this. So he had another idea, basically. We printed a Yes and You magazine where you will have all these new features in detail, and you will find a Yes and You bag that you will have later on. But just a few words nevertheless. You know, when we started thinking about the new brand, we also had to think about how we can improve our existing method. How could we incorporate new ergonomics, new feature, new content, but always keeping in mind creativity, innovation, and fun. This is why we chose to do things differently from the outset. No off-the-shelf content or images, no third-party suppliers, and all of this because, like you, Yes and You is unique. And most importantly, we take training seriously. Now, all of our interfaces have been made with the aim of enhancing our product and most of all, answering the needs of our learners. For example, not only have we made our evaluation tools accessible on smartphones and tablets, but tonight, I'm thrilled and proud to announce that the entire Yes and You method is now mobile and tactile. This will give learners new opportunities and as well Yes and You in creating new content. Another example is a series of widgets. Now, I don't know if you know what widgets comes from. It's Windows and gadgets equals widgets, basically. So we created a voice recorder widget, and we won an innovation award just recently from the Responsive Open Learning Environment Widget competition through the European Commission. For our dictionary and translation widget, well, we only went for the best. We struck an international deal with HarperCollins Dictionaries. We also created a chat function where trainers and learners alike will be able to communicate, increasing, in fact, learner contact with the language. And for those of you who love taking notes, well, we created a notebook widget as well, where you will be able to take notes and have access to all your notes anytime. You know, and just when creating a new brand, well, we also created a completely new environment to market Yes and You. Now, we didn't just create one cool site. The site's pretty cool, but we created different landing pages and tools for our learners, for our businesses, and for consumers. And we've also built a Yes and You store where you will be able to purchase training and other learning material in the future. Now, one of my personal favorites on this new website is the learning search engine. For me, that's probably one of the coolest tools. Future learners and decision makers will be able to play around this awesome tool. And in fact, depending on the information that you feed into the learning search engine, it will analyze the different information and give you the best learning paths that are adapted to this profile. And obviously, we can't leave out social media. Social media today with Facebook, with LinkedIn, with Twitter, and things like that. Well, the learners will be able to follow our trainers with their tweets. They'll be able to sign up on our Facebook page and exchange with learners around the world, with all the Yes learners around the world. Now, instead of me rambling on, and because a picture is worth more than 1,000 words, here's a film with all of this new stuff. That was awesome. I mean, I don't know about you, but what we saw is exciting, and if I were a learner, I'd be extremely motivated in learning English in this new environment. Now, you all remember the first film, you know, where I was floating around in a spacesuit, and I was saying, beam me up, Scotty, but Scotty didn't beam me up. Well, you know, I wasn't spaced out when I was saying, make me dream. It's something that was always with yes from the beginning. And I remember telling the team, you guys make me dream, make me dream. And, you know, this is important because this is a phrase that we always have in mind when we're working on new learning content, on new learning projects at YesEdu, because it's important. Make our learners dream. Dream that it's finally possible to make progress in English. That's what is important for us. You know, what I've seen tonight can only make me dream and can only make me eager to learn a new language with yes. And, you know, when this adventure started, we just didn't focus on France. We had a broader vision. We were crazy, just as always, you know. We said, we have to take this to the world. When we were really small in that apartment up on the 6th floor, Jonas will say it was a big, huge studio, but it only measured, I think, about 15 to 16 square meters. But anyway, you know, but I mean, what a better place than France to test out an English method, right? I can see you guys all have understood everything that I've been saying tonight. Vous avez tout compris, donc voilà. Non, mais c'est vrai, on s'est dit que voilà, c'est le meilleur endroit de lancer une méthode l'anglais parce que bah, les Français, vous êtes une population très difficile à satisfaire. Donc on s'est dit, si ça marche en France, ça marcherait n'importe où. Alors, qui était très très drôle parce que notre premier partenaire, Germany, l'Allemagne, quand ils sont venus ici en France, et on a eu une première discussion. So our German partners, when we first met them, and we had our first discussions with them, I'll never forget. They're like, you know what? It's very reassuring for us that YesEdu has been successful teaching English to the French. Now, I wonder why. Joke apart, it has been, you know, you guys have been probably the learners that we have learned the most from because you are a very difficult population to satisfy. But, you know, I guess that's a French exception, right? Now, as I'm talking about international, I'd like to thank our partners, Stefan and Jorg, who've done a wonderful job in developing YesEdu, and we're looking forward to taking that to the next step. Ayed, who opened up our first center in Riyadh and is helping Saudis learn with the YesEdu method. Daniel, a young entrepreneur, wherever he is, he must be somewhere. There he is. All right, Daniel. Young entrepreneur who opened up our first center in Moscow and with whom we have exciting projects bringing Yes to a next level into other business segments. Kate and Olivier, who gave us all their confidence and opened up the first center in Barcelona. Now, Kate, an English expert, spent about a year shopping around trying to find the best method around. Guess who she chose? I'd also like to thank Creadev, our new investor. Now, not only Creadev has invested financially, but most importantly, humanly. Your professionalism, your wisdom, your support and enthusiasm is not only helping us streamline YesEdu, but also making me and the team thinking out of the box, and that is very important. To my board, I have the most fabulous board, le plus merveilleux conseil d'administration qui existe. Donc, I'd like to thank you for your support and great advice. To all of you, our clients and our learners, without your support and confidence, we would not be here tonight. And I can tell you, there are a lot of things in the method, in all of these interfaces, because of you, because of all of the feedback. You have really inspired us. Last but not least, to the Yes team. You guys make me want to wake up in the morning and come to work every single day. You motivate me. You inspire me. Your energy and your positive vibes allow me to dream. So thank you very much. But I know that you guys are all hungry. I'm really hungry. I know that you're thirsty, but I'm a lot more thirsty than you are, believe me. Because I've been in here for a while practicing this thing. And as you guys understood, we love rock and roll at Yes. We live with rock and roll. So just like any rock band, one last song before we hit the road. C'est vrai qu'il y a la plupart de nos professeurs qui, à la fin, une fois qu'ils ont donné les cours, ils se marient avec en fait leurs élèves. Donc, il faut trouver des professeurs, hein, c'est le gros problème. Hein. En tout cas, thank you and believing in our dream. All these features will be available for you as of the 5th of November, okay? Now, it's a bit difficult in Le Petit Palais for internet access. But we have some iPads available, so you guys can test it out. But again, the internet access is a bit, is not the greatest. So, if you're as hungry as I am, you guys have to go walk out back that door, all right? And I have to take all these cables out of here, and I'll come and meet you so that way we can have a couple of drinks and eat and celebrate, okay? Thank you very much.